Right. Market update. I'm gonna wait for maybe another 2 minutes. Just see whether we'll get James to join. Um, See if he joins or not. We'll have a look at the Nasdaq briefly whilst I'm waiting for James. The Dixie maybe. Let's look at the Dixie. Dixie on the weekly chart. Oh, right. Okay. So we've got a retest of the 200 moving average. Normally, you want this 200 EMA to cross the 200 SMA to get kind of like exponential move, right? Like here. Um, Over here, we also seen the 21 going to cross the 50. We have a good rejection candle. Normally, with these rejection candles, it's good to go the other way when you get it. So I think we'll get a bounce up on the Dixie next week. I don't think it's going to be um, a reversal. Probably maybe we'll bounce up to about, I don't know, maybe 105. If we go to 4 hours, I'm going to have a look at 4 hours. So that bounce is already started here, and there's a gap here that needs to be closed. So probably that gap gets closed. So I think, yeah, I think for me, I think next week, I think the dollar goes up. The dollar goes up, probably goes up to test here before coming back down some more. So that's the dollar. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Oh dear, the Nasdaq got smashed last week. If we look at a weekly chart, we've got a big selling red candle. And what I want to do is I want to just look at some of the big selling candles and see what it looks like. And if you look at this one here, huge big selling candle. Even this is bigger than that. Let's go and look at COVID actually. Let's see COVID 2020, I think it was 2020. Yeah, COVID. Did we have any candles as big as that? No, didn't. So this sell-off has been huge. It's been huge. And we've been going down for 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth week of going down. So I think next week, after going down maybe a little bit more, I think I would expect, I think I would expect a small, maybe a small fall, but I would expect a bounce. There's a gap we've also created as well to the top, which needs to be closed. I think there's a gap. Or have we closed that gap? There was a gap somewhere. Is it on the 8 hours? I can't find the gap now. Um, But yeah, with this sort of selling candle, I expect we are so outside the Bollinger Band. It's just ridiculous. So I would expect this to pull back, and I think I'll expect this to pull back to about 1800 before we continue our journey. Even if we're going to continue the journey down, I would expect this to happen. So that's the Nasdaq for me. I think I expect a bounce, and I mean, last week Bitcoin did not fall. Um, Bitcoin did not fall, but the Nasdaq did fall, which is really strange. So maybe if it bounces, then Bitcoin also bounces. So that's what I'm seeing on the Nasdaq. Let me quickly look at the. Let's go and have a look at the CME gap. There's a CME gap which I think on Bitcoin we do have a CME gap up here at 84K. So we have a CME gap there. I think it's on 4 hours. You see it much better on 4 hours. Yes, so there's a CME gap between here and here. So I'd expect that to be closed. I think next week, even if we go down, I would expect us to come back and close this gap. So I would say at the moment, currently we are here 82K. We are 82.6 somewhere here. So I think if we open market open, it's possible that we go down. We can go down to about somewhere here, the 79K, 78K, and then come back up and then really start coming to attack and close this gap. I think it's two things. Either we go up to close this gap first and then continue our journey down, or we go down first and come and and close this. If we do that, then most chancely, the chances are we'll be going up for quite a while. So Bitcoin, I think there's good prospects for some form of a big bounce if we go down first. And if we don't, then we're going to go up first, maybe to retest this 200 moving average again and get rejected. And at that point, come back down and exceed, come back down and, you know, test this wick here that we created to maybe about, I say 78K, 77K, somewhere there, I think in between there. Or we will do 76, or we'll do slightly lower, 75. So those are the options for Bitcoin. Um, I definitely will short it if I was trading it, but it's not a big short. So you might as well look for um, long positions, I think. And then let's look at the normal one. So this is the normal Bitcoin chart. We've got a bit of a there's few candles here I don't really like. Some candles here I don't really like at all. Um, the pink ones. Got quite a few of those pink candles on the chart, which is not good. This pink candle here at what 81.6. Another pink candle here at 81, 173. So, and we need to exceed them. It's two things. It's either we go up and then later come back and exceed them, um, which is which is possible. But I think, we've got another pink one. Okay, this one has been exceeded as well. 8 hours, there's one here as well. On this you got this one here which hasn't been exceeded. I don't think so. That one hasn't been. Oh, okay, we get a double bottom on it. And this one hasn't been exceeded. This one here. So these they always get exceeded. So, and we also have on the daily chart, we have a dead crossing coming. So it's possible we rally into it. It's possible we go up first, rally into the dead cross, then come back down to form a lower high. So, those are all possibilities, I think. So this dead cross, we're going to go up and then we're going to come back down. Then we're going to go up again because there's going to be another dead cross across this one as well. And then we also going to then, come down, then go up again. So, but definitely, there's the down is now set in stone because of this candle here at 81.6. We will have to go below 81.6 at some point. So, and then on 4 hours, we've got this one here and this one there, which haven't been exceeded. And that one is at 81.143, and this one is at 81.625. So I think definitely we'll exceed those pink candles. If you go up, we'll come back and exceed those. So watch out for that. Having said that, I mean, we are still on this trend line, so we haven't broken this trend line yet. We banged across it, one here, two here, three here, and this is the fourth one. I mean, if you keep smashing against something, you break it. So ideally, you'd want it to go up first, hit somewhere here, 86K, and then come back down, which is what probably I would expect because of the dead cross. So let's see how it plays out. And let's move on to that's Bitcoin. We've done Nasdaq, we've done Dixie, we've done Bitcoin. I want to cover tier. Have a good look at tier and see what's going on. So this is the tier BTC chart. I mean, it's sitting on a strong support. It's sitting on a very strong support here. Uh, I think there'll be a little bit more bleeding. I think it comes into here somewhere here. And I'll probably say here either there or there. Those two options are on the table. Or even we might do a slightly lower figure like that. So those are the options. So which means there's a little bit more downside of about, call it 15% drop. Uh, we could get that. Let's look at how it looks like on the USD chart. So, right, okay. So here, even if we did that 15% drop, you're talking 215, 210, something like that, is what I would expect. So, a bit more, but having said that again, we are outside the Bollinger Band. We've done one, two, and this is our third. Normally, you get three swipes, you know, you tend to have a good move to the upside somehow, like this one, two, one, two, three. Maybe you get another one, and off you go back into the band. So we're way outside the band. So I think, we probably due a move back up into the band. Um, Back up, please back up into the 280s, 289. If you're lucky, maybe $3.10, or even if you're very lucky, you go all the way to 337. So a little bit more downside, and I think we will be bouncing back up, but I think I would expect us to hit around this point, 205, 204. I think if we look at it on the weekly chart, maybe it becomes a little bit better. So here, that's 219, which would be the base of this, or some part of this, the wick of this. So the wick here, we test some part of the wick, or better still, we do a double bottom, which is sitting at $2. All right. So let's see. I think that's what I see anyway, on tier. And after that, it will be going up quite a lot. So that's tier. And then I want to look at render briefly. So if we look at render on the weekly chart, yeah, so render as well. Yeah, I'd expect this to come at least here, here, or here. Those are my options. So 278, 251, or into the 230s. These are three options that will play out. I don't know which one is going to play out, but I know one of them is going to play out. So, if you wanted to buy, then you split your bag into three, and collect some there. Um, let's see. Next one. Uh, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay. So let's have a look at, so that's render. We got those three, one, two, and three. And then I'm gonna have a quick look at Pepe, see what Pepe is doing. I mean, Pepe is done really well. It's kind of held out quite a bit. It's held out quite well. But I think I do expect us to come back into this place here, somewhere around the 576, or we go slightly lower, which would be 52, or somewhere there. We do a slightly lower figure of around the 4.3, yeah, the 4.3 zone, somewhere here would be what I'd expect, on Pepe. So that's Pepe, and then let's go and look at Solana. Solana, Solana is holding out really well, actually. Um, so Solana, we go had this pink candle, and the pink candle is already been exceeded. So I think at the very least 94 is now on the cards on Solana. Yeah, I think 99 is on the cards, or $100 is on the cards for Solana. So that's what I'll be expecting on Solana. And then finally, I'm gonna have a look at one last coin, which is Ethereum. So Ethereum is not looking good as a chart at all. Um, I think you can look, I mean, 1550 is definitely an area that is more likely to be contested on Ethereum for this week. So that's Ethereum. I think those are the coins that I wanted to look at. So I think I'll leave it here and uh, stop the recording.